basically, yeah, I've had a great day, and to be honest with you, I've just been looking forward to finishing this speech and passing you over to Rory, which I'm going to do now. So,
me and Ricky got that drunk last night. I actually told him that speech was good. Awful things I've ever heard in my life, Ricky. Or Steven Seagal. Right. I thought I'd tell you all the story about how me and Noel become friends. Normally, like, you become friends, you meet your mate at like a football field or something like that. But with me and Noel, there's something different. I was out with my bird at the time, I was about 13 years old, and we went to a house party. And Noel happened to go to the same school as me, but we weren't friends. He was at the house party. My missus went off to the toilet. 10 minutes later, Steve, I should point out this time, you called him, you said you were proud. He was just like, I remember your family. You should be ashamed. You will be ashamed after I finish. He's an awful, horrible person.
You all witnessed there was a contract signed today and it's non-refundable.
Unfortunately it is, Steve. So my missus went out to the toilet and about 10 minutes later she came back and she was crying, she was absolutely inconsolable. She kept saying she's done something terrible, she's done something terrible. And I said, what have you done, what have you done? You can't have done anything that bad. And she said she went out to the toilet and Noel started kissing her and grabbing her boobs. And she let him do it. That's the worst thing. So, oh, I must point out, although we weren't friends, he full well knew that that was my girlfriend. It just didn't make the blindest bit of difference to him. Whatever he wanted, when he wanted it, he just decided to like, get a piece of it. So, I went out to try and kick his ass, but he'd already run away. Now, looking at the size of him today, I know most of you don't believe that, but it was actually quite fast back in the day. So I dumped my girlfriend that night. And the next day my mum said, there's some girl crying on the phone. There was a phone call that come in. And I found out it weren't some girl crying on the phone, it was Noel crying like a little girl. Phoned me up, begging for forgiveness. So we met up in the park, smoked a few of the old man's Marlboro Lights, and we realised we actually had quite a lot in common, including the same taste in women. So that's the story how me and Noel became friends. It's not your average story really. But we went through the years, like, hung out at school and stuff. And he went through a lot of women. Some of them were better quality than others, and some of them lasted longer than others. But he managed to punch at each and every one of them. Until Louise came along. I knew he actually loved her when he went to a yoga class with her. Can you imagine this fat idiot doing stretches? I just wish I was a fly on the wall that day. And then one day I got a text from him saying, I've done the deed, I've done the deed. Now, I thought he was talking about something completely unnecessary. Louise, I never thought you were that kind of a girl. I was even more... Cut me off. I was even more shocked when I found out you'd actually agreed to marry this form. So, along with the wedding comes a stag do, and we decided on the Isle of Wight Festival. I did have a few reservations about the whole thing. having taken Noel to a festival around my boss's house before. Now my boss happens to be Richard Branson. And about 10 years ago he had a massive party around his house and I managed to blag a few tickets. I took this fool along. You're the one who's done this stuff, right? Anyway, we went there and there was 25,000 people at this do. We were having a great time and at some point Richard Branson got up on stage and invited everyone back round his house. It was obviously a joke and 24,999 people realised it was a joke. But there was one, well, what I can only describe as an absolute idiot, what thought he'd been... What the hell? What thought he'd been personally invited to Richard Branson's house. So we kept trying to tell him that he wasn't invited. And we went down like we were enjoying it, getting in the campsite and stuff. And Noel disappeared at some point. I thought he'd just gone to bed. But about half an hour later, I saw this golf buggy coming over the horizon with two of the hugest bouncers you've ever seen in your life. As it got closer, there was a big, dejected, upset Noel sat in the back of it. I said to the bouncers, what the hell's going on? And they said, you tell me. We found this idiot trying to break into Richard Branson's house. We asked him what the hell he was doing, and he told us that he'd been personally invited round the house. They took pity on him and just realised he was an absolute imbecile, and took him back. So the motto of the story is, if ever you've got an invite to your boss's house, do not take Noel as a +1. It's the worst thing you could ever do in your life. So, Louise, I'd always thought you were quite an intelligent person. I can't say that. You're just pretty now. You're not. Everyone has a madness, but yeah, yours has ended in marriage with that guy. As beautiful as you look today on the outside, you are on the inside as well. You make me laugh, you're kind, and I love the stories you tell about me when Noel's getting up to his shenanigans at home. It really makes me laugh when we both get together and take the piss out of him. And Noel, people often call me and you brothers. I've never thought I looked like a kebab shop worker, or a gay version of Louis Theroux, but yeah. You are truly a great guy though, and I'm so glad to call you a friend. You've always got my back, and some things in life are just meant to be, and I think you two are one of those things. And I wish you both all the best, because I know you're going to have a real happy life together. And that's it, over and out. I've got some apology thing to read, haven't I? Did I already read that one? Oh yeah. Noel's got some shitty casino thing.
Come on, we've got stakes on this tree.
Yeah, Noel's got some shitty casino thing going on, but there is prizes. But more importantly, to Noel and Louise, sorry we can't be here with you on your very special day, but you're always in our thoughts and prayers. Here's to both of you with a very happy speech. Sorry, let me put my bifocals on. All of our love and best wishes, Austin and, is it Bradley? Is it Bradley? It says, P.S. No, we've got a small winger. That's it. I think we should all charge your glasses. I thought Beauty and the Beast was just a fairy tale, but obviously not. To Noel and Louise, come on, raise your glasses, there you go.
Right, stop that bloody clock, stop now.
What was your guess?
Yeah, stop it.